first found out that I had breast cancer 4 years ago this October. My breast cancer was not picked up on a mammogram, so not only am I an advocate for mammograms, but also an advocate for breast self-exam, which is how I found my lump. It's very important to do that every month. It's very important to have your mammograms every year. Because I'm a nurse, when I found the lump, I immediately went to the doctor. I found it on a Tuesday, and Friday morning I was in his office. When I first found out I had breast cancer, I found the lump, and I had pain with the lump, and that's what drew my attention to it. My cancer was invasive with node involvement, and that type of cancer usually doesn't show up on a mammogram, so it was a good thing that I did have the pain, or I wouldn't have felt it. It all happened very rapidly for me. From the time I got to the breast center, had the mammogram, the sonogram, and saw the surgeon was all within several hours, and had a biopsy done right then. Was taking my son to the movie and got a call from the doctor on the way. And the doctor said, how are you doing? I said, fine. Any bruising from the biopsy? I said, no, everything's good. And then it got quiet, and I knew what he was getting ready to say. And he said, there's no good way to tell you this. It was malignant. And I said, okay. And he said, so you have a lot of things to think about. And so for about a month, I was in denial. I walked around and did nothing. Didn't read, didn't talk about it, didn't do anything about it. And the emotions are just disbelief. It just jerks the rug right out from under you. And it wasn't until the surgeon called me and said, it's been 30 days. Have you made any decisions? And I'm like, no, not really. Still in denial. And then I realized, I was going to have to make some decisions. I had several surgeries in a row because I had already been scheduled for a thyroidectomy to be done. And so I had breast surgery, the lumpectomy, and sentinel node biopsy. Then I had a thyroidectomy 7 days later. And then they called me right before that and said they did not get all the breast cancer. They needed to go back. I chose not to have a mastectomy. And that's my other message, is you do have a choice. Read, find out as much as you can find out. You do have a choice. A lot of the time you do have a choice. Sometimes you don't have a choice. If you wait, your choices are limited. If you find something that you think is a lump, go to the doctor. I've lost friends that did not go to the doctor in time. It is extremely important to have a mammogram. When my mother was diagnosed, I was much younger. She is 11 years out of treatment now. And I had an initial mammogram done at age 35, and that was the recommendation that was made to me.